Alright, I bet plenty of you high schoolers here all have your own strengths and weaknesses. There's some things you can do, and there's some things you just have to try again. I, for one, know my strengths and weaknesses by heart. I've had all those here in high school over the years, and looking back, I can even admit I conquered some weaknesses and turned them into strengths. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My high school career actually started off on a high note when I was just a freshman. I recently moved to Gilliland about a month before my freshman year started. I was excited and a bit nervous. My first 4 days of freshman year were nothing special, but I got to know a bunch of people. In classes, I was polite and I did my work without fuss. Work was always a strength for me, and I had a no-nonsense attitude for doing work, meaning when I have an assignment, I get it done. This helped my grades soar, and by the end of first quarter, my lowest grade was an 87. A big step up from my middle school grades, which ranged in like the 70s. Many people always counted on me as well to help them out with work, and if there were group work, I'd help them there, and thought I had a great sense of humor. And to that, getting my own YouTube, which allowed me to branch out into the social world. But if there were any weaknesses, a major flaw I had was socializing. Before the move to Gilliland, I switched schools a lot, and I didn't really have a social life because I was constantly moving everywhere. And once I was at GHS, that changed, but it took time. At first, I did not have any social media platforms to communicate with others, so I was hard to communicate with. But then I got YouTube, and then Facebook, Snapchat, you know. A lot of times, connecting with other people was also a struggle because I didn't really know much qualities about making friends. Thus, I felt the only way I would be able to form a social life at school was to get involved. And currently, I'm part of the unified sports teams for bowling and basketball. That's what teams the school does now. Happen every winter and spring. And there I got to meet tons of people, and they caught on with me as well. And also I decided to seek interest in media, and I joined the media crew. And media is the guys that usually go to school events and film them on camera. And it's a lot of fun because you get to work behind the camera and film things, something I am very good at. While improving academically and getting involved, my social skills prospered as well with this. I began finding it pretty easy to make friends at school. Most of my friends are jocks, you know, athletes. People that play a certain sport, and I can relate to that. And also my YouTube channel has also helped that out as well, giving people a way to connect with me. And in fact, actually, a few weeks ago, when my media crew and were filming the Powder Puff game, most of the team members went completely berserk when they saw me, of all people, behind the camera in the stands, which they certainly were not expecting. That's how you know you're doing your job. I'm even probably aware that you guys have seen me change my social efforts here a bit too. So I was told that when you first met me, I wasn't speaking a lot, and now you're looking at me seeing me give this speech out to you guys. You're probably like, wow, this is coming from a guy that doesn't really talk much? Yeah, you're correct. You may think I don't talk much, but it's probably because you haven't gotten to know who I am yet.